Same girl that tried to pin a baby on me is the same one that burnt me. And she's still blowing up my phone.
Today we're diving into one of the wildest and most reckless personalities on the internet, Mr. Scam Likely. If that name doesn't ring a bell, trust me, you've probably seen his face or heard about his outrageous antics. Maybe it's his infamous trip to Japan earlier this year, or perhaps you've heard about his highly controversial RSO tour. And no, that doesn't stand for something wholesome like really sweet outing. This guy lives on chaos, and lucky for us, we get to watch it all unfold. So grab your popcorn because this is about to be a wild ride. Let's start with his trip to Japan, the one that got everyone talking. Earlier this year, there was this viral article making waves online. The headline? Something along the lines of Japan needing more black men to help with their fertility crisis. Naturally, the internet exploded with memes. People were joking about booking flights for some free pom-pom and maybe even getting paid for it. Most of us laughed, had a good time, and moved on, but not Mr. Scam Likely. Oh no, this man packed his bags, hopped on a plane, and flew straight to Japan. What followed was a series of questionable decisions that would make even the boldest person go, yeah, no, that's too much for me.
I just woke up, so my sleep schedule is all f***ed up right now. But let me tell you guys my experience so far in Japan. After I dropped my bags off at my room and everything, let me tell you guys one thing. The racism is definitely there. I had little kids walking up to me, talking about, hey, gang, 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 bro. Said, pop smoke, nigga. Bro, I swear to God, if I wasn't by myself, I would have stuffed those kids in the trunk. Also, the lady boys are definitely real. I'm not going to fall for it because I'm a transformer expert. But if you're not on your P's and Q's and you have a little bit too much to drink, you will fall for it. And girls said that they love my accent. I didn't even know I had an accent, bro. This is crazy. After I got bored of walking around, I went to the club for a little bit, and it was some weird ass music, but it was still lit. I seen some black guys in there, and I was actually talking to them, and they were telling me how like black guys are the main people that the girls are looking for. Now I did score this night after the club, so I'm officially 1 for 1. I've been here one day. I already got a bucket up there. Come on, you see me.
Day one seemed harmless enough. He gets off the plane, takes a little stroll, meets some locals, including some adorable kids, goes clubbing, and then bam, scores himself a small Japanese girl to spend the night with. And listen, I'm not here to judge, but going raw on the first night with someone you just met? Really, bro?
Day number 2 in Japan. I woke up kind of late, so I knew I had to catch up, so I immediately hopped on Tinder. I told her I came here yesterday, but I'm staying until next Sunday. The tension started building up, and I said I love taking control. She said she loves to be fully controlled, so I said, alright, how about whoever finishes first has to pay for our date that we had set up? All they ever use in Japan is WhatsApp or Telegram, so I immediately went to that.
Somehow this man managed to talk his way into it. Like, can we pause for a second? If he pulled this in the US or Canada, he'd be blocked, reported, and canceled before he even finished his first sentence. But in Japan, apparently it's a whole different vibe. Not gonna lie though, it does seem easier to get laid over there.
Around 5 p.m. she came to my room and I already scored. Now I knew I was gonna finish first, but it doesn't matter. It's about the tension and the talking. Most of the times the build-up is better than the actual thing. Like you have to give her a reason to want to come over. So that's why I made it a competition. I'm not gonna lie, I was freeballing inside of her. I didn't wear a helmet or anything, but she was okay with it. So if she wants to keep it, that's up to her. That was my main goal anyways. I wanted to come here and start a family.
So day 2 rolls around and Mr. Likely's confidence is at an all-time high. He's out here building momentum and it's paying off. But then we find out the man's going raw again. Like, bro, do you not value your health? Here's the thing, in Japan and a lot of Asian countries, there's less widespread education about STDs compared to, say, the US or Europe. And because of that, things like chlamydia, pretty common. So, of course, Mr. Likely ends up catching the infamous itch. That's right, folks. Our hero learned the hard way that his actions have consequences. I can't even feel bad for him. Like, my guy, what did you expect?
Day number 3 in Japan. Immediately off the wake up, I started farming on Hinge. I was f***ing with Tinder, but I couldn't tell if some profiles were fake or not. I met this girl that was half Japanese, half Latino, and she really spoke 3 different languages. She's from America, but she stays in Japan by herself, so I said, you gotta teach me Spanish so I can talk dirty to you in 2 different languages. She said, you're a baby, I'm almost 26, so I said, make me grow up then, show me what adults do. She stayed in a city that was not too far from my hotel, so I said, alright, what day am I coming over? I'll give you home court advantage. At first she was hesitant, but I got her phone number and I FaceTimed her, and I just slowly broke her down and convinced her. I snuck in a quick picture right before it tip off. Pay attention to the handcuffs on the bed.
All right, now let's switch gears. Picture this. You're chilling, vibing, and suddenly a girl whips out handcuffs. That's exactly what happened to our man. And let me just say, never knew Latinas could be this freaky.
Colombia, we don't say daddy. In Colombia, we say papacito.
Bed. I'm definitely not a baby anymore. After what she did to me, I feel like a whole new man. After that, I had her take me back to my room. I'm paying $1,900 for 2 weeks. It's kind of expensive, but it does come with free breakfast, and I think it's $300,000 in yen. Here is where I met this black girl named Jada walking the streets of Shibuya. She was gorgeous, so I had to approach her. She was a foreign exchange student. She was actually from Chicago. I had to sneak these pictures because I didn't want her to know anything about my journey. She took me back to change, and she changed at her dorm. Right here, though, we went to this small lake in Shibuya. This pretty much sums up day number 3. Me and Jada went back home to our spots. We didn't do anything, and I wasn't tripping because my stuff was kind of feeling funny. I don't know if it was an ingrown hair or a razor bump, but I'm gonna wait it out a few days.
Anyway, back to our guy. He's out here laughing, making jokes, but all I can think is, bro, you're not funny. You've got chlamydia. And just wait until you see what happens to him on day 4.
Day number 4 in Japan. So off the rip, I immediately woke up to some bullshit. This is the same one from day 2, the one I met on Tinder, and the one I was free balling inside of. Baby, I'm sure I'm pregnant. I got tested, and I'm sure I don't want to abandon my baby because of my religion, but I don't want to be bullied for giving birth to a black baby.
Oh, and here's where it gets next level. Imagine a Japanese woman giving birth to a black baby. That's the scenario Mr. Likely's antics have created, and honestly, it's the wildest thing I've ever heard. I mean, think about it. A black Japanese kid, the bullying this kid's gonna face in high school, off the charts. Heck, even anime doesn't prepare us for this. This woman is out here giving birth to a new species. Like, what even is this timeline we're living in?
Like, what? I'm not even tripping if you have the kid, but now you bring a race into it? Please call me later. I'm calling her bluff on this. Like, in basketball terms, if it's a foul on the play and I'm the coach, I'm challenging the play. I had to go through that. I didn't want to stress myself out too much, so I figured I would get out the house and treat myself. Here's what I had for breakfast/lunch. I had no plans, so I went back to Old Reliable. But I told this girl so many lies. I told this poor lady that my father passed away and I got his inheritance, so I was taking a little vacation.
Here's the thing about us dudes. We'll do anything for the sake of hitting. We'll lie, make up stories, fake our own deaths, whatever it takes. And Mr. Scam Likely, he's the poster child for this behavior. This man flew all the way from Washington to Japan just to make TikToks and impregnate random women. Like, bro, what are you doing with your life?
What's the craziest thing you did to get a girl to like you?
I had convinced this chick that I was dying. I was in like 9th grade. I convinced like 4 or 5 people I had cancer. All her friends. This shit took me 2 years to accomplish.
You fake dying for 2 years?
Was it mission accomplished?
Of course.
Is this the girl you with now?
Nah, hell no.
So
She think I died. So I told her I moved in with my friends because my mom couldn't stand to see me like that. So every time.
This nigga dead.
no way.
Day number 5 in Japan. Y'all remember this from day 4? You guys helped me realize that she tried to pin a baby on me, so you know I had to troll. She texted me back 4 hours later and said, if you didn't cooperate, you would think you should have stayed in America. Now here's the bad news. The black girl I met, Mrs. Jada, she found my shit. One of y'all little sneaky femboys sent her my videos.
Let's talk about his creepy internet behavior. This man was out here filming girls without their consent, showing their faces online, but that's not even the worst part. His fans tracked her down and told her about his plans. It's one thing to post content online, but to have random people digging up someone's personal life and spilling the tea, that's just scary. And honestly, this is why the internet is a double-edged sword. Some folks will find out things about you that even you didn't know. Anyway, guys, this is it for the video. Don't forget to hit that like button and share it with a friend who needs to see this madness.